Okej. Okej. Siemanko.
Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We've been waiting you know what? We're talking about Star Wars. Yeah. We've been waiting so long for details on this game. I can't believe it. Can you believe it, LA?
Siemanko, witam
We're
wszystkich.
finally here to help
Dzisiaj.
us get things started. We've got the head of
Zresztą jak widać będziemy oglądali sobie wczorajszą konferencję EA Play z targów E3 w Los Angeles.
Spawn Vince Zampella and the director of Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Stig Asmussen. Everybody give it up for Vince and Stig. Come on. Get in there. How you doing? Goodness. Give me the hug, Vince. Let's get it going.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Bro hug.
Please, keep it going. They're making a Star Wars game. Guys, welcome to EA Play.
Thank you.
What
a great welcome.
How are you feeling right now? No pressure. You're just about to announce maybe one of the biggest, if not the biggest, games of your lives.
I'm gonna let Stig answer this one.
You're supposed to answer this.
Off script.
So awesome.
Oh yeah, we're totally off script. They gave me cards. That was the dumb
officially off
idea.
script.
Nobody cares.
It's so awesome to be here.
Off sync.
I mean, it's EA Play, it's E3, it's Star Wars.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really get any bigger than that.
Yeah, this is something that Stig and I have been envisioning for years, to see it come to life and be able to show you guys 15 minutes of gameplay today.
Aż 15?
Uncut.
All right. So everybody's anxious to see what this 15 minutes is going to be.
Yeah.
For somebody watching right now who's just a FIFA fan, they don't know anything. What is happening? What is this game all about?
I don't know.
This is a single-player action-adventure game set post... Oh, yeah? Oh.
They're not dead, everybody!
Set post-Order 66 after the events in Episode 3, when all the Jedi were hunted down. Well, not all. When the Jedi were hunted down and
The
eliminated.
Jedi. When the
So,
Jedi.
Stig, that's the nutshell of the entire game. What are we about to see? Where are we at in the game right now for context?
That's cool of me, huh?
Okay, so Cal's, this takes place maybe about 3 hours into the game.
Okay.
So Cal's built himself up. He's not a lowly Padawan anymore, but he's not a full Jedi yet.
Sure.
Like Vince said, this is unedited. We had one of our star players, Blair, over there.
That's it right there!
This is an expert playthrough.
Okay.
So we're going to see some really cool stuff.
He practiced a few times. 2 or 3, Blair? 2 or 3? Yeah.
2 or 3 dozen.
It takes place on Kashyyyk, which
Okay.
is the Wookiee planet.
Of course.
And Cal's on a mission to restart the Jedi Order, and it takes him here to Kashyyyk. And the Wookiees have been enslaved by the Empire, who's basically siphoning the planet for all its resources to build up the Imperial war machine.
Got it. All right, so I brought up my phone, not to be rude, of course. It wouldn't be Greg Miller if I didn't look at the Twitch chat. And yeah, they are all through with us talking. They'd like to see the game. We've gone on long enough. We're not going to drone.
Let's do it.
Vince,
Well, let's roll.
would you like to kick it off?
Let's go!
Stop journey. Ojoj, Xbox, no tak, no przecież to EA. EA Sports. It's in the game. Na pierwszy rzut oka trochę taki Nathan Drake, nie?
Jedi, over here.
Imperial sap refinery lies dead ahead.
What does the Empire want with tree sap?
Nothing good. They refine the sap into a powerful compound, and they're rushing to expand production.
We have to stop them.
That's the plan. We don't know they're in game, but they spread themselves too thin. This map we recovered proves it.
Co za kurczak jakiś.
Here you go, bud.
These refineries double as brutal prison camps. We use those cutters to create a distraction, while you take your lightsaber and free the Wookiees inside. We need their help to stop the Empire.
Understood.
Watch yourself in there.
You hear that? He said he needs my help. Come on, buddy.
No to powiem wam, że poleciał. Zobaczmy sobie to jeszcze.
The Empire.
Understood.
Watch.
Wyobraźcie sobie, że on waży koło, nie wiem, tam 80, 90, 100 kilo. Duży, całkiem pokaźny murzyn. Plus te wszystkie ciuchy. I on sobie tak strzela z pistoletu i trzyma się tylko jedną ręką, dłonią, rękojeści.
Watch yourself in there.
Bez żadnego wysiłku. Czyli to
You
przynajmniej
hear
dwoma
that?
rękoma.
He said he needs my help. Come on, buddy.
Fajna nastrojowa muzyczka. Fajna podaje.
Over there. One of the cutters turned on. Are you running some kind of drill? Think we should call it in? Well, that'd be a breach of protocol. If there's a disturbance, their squad should call it in. Yeah. Better do this by the book. Movement.
O, nieźle odbijanie. Oh yeah.
Taking aim.
Gonna need to get through here.
Czarny Artuditu. Czy to Lorda Vadera?
Attention all units. We've got contact with troops stationed at cargo pad 119 Gallon. Keep to your posts and stay alert.
No, nad AI przeciwników mogli popracować, bo takie bardzo skryptowe, jak widzę. Jeden po drugim odpadają. Ale jak się domyślam, to jest przygotowane typowo na EA. Nie? To było dobre, jak pacnął się. O tutaj, nie? Takie pac było. I przekleństwo nawet się pojawiło. Ale dziwnie.
I will make you learn. You'll pay. We've got them on the run.
Fajne, fajne.
Looks like you're blocked. I'll fix that. Never seen a trooper like that before. You gotta get these Wookiees out of lockup. Keep moving, Jedi. The vent's open.
you can help me, BD?
Mówi do niego keep moving Jedi, to takie to bezosobowe mi się wydaje.
Flame beetles, they're coming through the wall. Hit their nest.
Trochę jak w StarCrafcie.
Trooper, he's dead.
You sure you want to plug into this thing? Okay. You had no idea that was there, did you? You just wanted to turn that cutter on.
Shoot him. Not an easy target.
Ej, no naprawdę, serio, jak w StarCrafcie.
Find cover, give me time.
Co, on pomaga trooperom tak na dobrą sprawę? To by się odwrócił, jakie to głupio było.
Patrol the base. Got another breach down here. Some kind of webbing. Hey, who's that?
Trochę z God of War'a, trochę z Uncharted'a. No generalnie tutaj, o dokładnie, Uncharted. Jak tak to będzie wyglądało i będzie połączeniem dwóch uniwersum Star Wars, to całkiem fajnie się zapowiada. To zależy od tego, jak to płynnie będzie się grało i jak będzie wyglądała faktycznie grafika, nie? Bo tutaj no niska jakość jest, jak widać. A to też takie quality nagrania, nie oglądamy innego streama.
I just heard from the captain. They're coming. Oh, this is it.
So much na tym daje.
What was that? Cutter 7 is active. Reporting a live cutter near the cell block. Immediate aid required.
To jest bombastyczne to używanie mocy, ale... Ach. Dobre to było. To było niezłe.
The Jedi will be here any minute. And our reinforcements.
O, jest czarny, duży.
Good. Sir,
Fajcik.
the fewer distractions, the better.
Jedi incoming.
W ogóle nie sprawdził otoczenia, pomijam fakt.
You cannot escape. All Jedi will perish.
To jest dziwne. Bo on ich przecina, widać, że są przecięci w pół, a mimo to się nie rozsypują, nie? Co ten mieczyk robi tak na dobrą sprawę? Gila tylko?
Need to slice this. No guards.
Dziwne, dziwne.
Hey, we're here to free you. You're not alone.
EP. Ej, co ty robisz?
Visitation is not permitted.
Tak, myślałem, że to będzie koniec gameplaya. Nie najgorzej, ale to jest jakby połączyli najlepsze cechy dwóch gier.
What do we think? What do we think, EA Play? Yes, that's what I wanted, the little boy. Guys,
O nie, to...
congratulations. That looks pretty
Co
awesome.
to było jeszcze raz?
Wanted the little boy. EA Play.
Czy on to powiedział naprawdę?
Yes, that's what I wanted.
That's what I wanted, a little boy.
The little boy. Guys,
Masakra.
congratulations. That looks pretty awesome.
Thank you,
I have a
thanks.
million questions, and I know we're short on time as always. I want to point out, though, in the Twitch chat, Gwyn96 says, that's frickin' cool. But he didn't use frickin'. How does it feel to, I think, deliver, right? Like, you guys liked it, right? I think I was looking at the Twitch chat. There's a lot of people who liked it. Like, what does that feel like to finally show this game?
Oh, it's great. I mean, being involved with this team, you know, Stig and his team have done an amazing job. They've put so much of themselves into this game. To be able to be involved in something like this is just, you know, dream come true.
Yeah?
Agreed. Huge shout out to the team.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Thanks,
worked on-
guys!
Dla mnie najlepsze
Everybody
nie
who
są
bought
same
the-
streamy,
Their butts on the
komentarze.
demo, but also the whole
Yeah, I know.
game. The whole game is coming together right now. So it's an amazing feeling. I'm just so proud to be up here, and I hope that Star Wars fans understand that we're really doing our best to try to honor the brand.
I mean, I think from... Yo, go ahead, clap now. I'm going to stop you. Whenever you want to clap for him, you clap for him. I think that's pretty evident from it. And I liked when we introed, you guys were talking about the fact that this is a skilled person playing it, right? We all see it and we think it looks awesome. What are we missing by
Lame.
not having our hands on the controllers? Like, what do lightsabers feel like?
I mean, it's fantastic, right?
Yeah.
Like what?
Because it looks like it's got weight to it, and throwing it and catching it, right? Like that's the impact I think I want from it.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's really satisfying. I mean, the game itself, it's thoughtful combat, as Stig likes to call it. It's what you saw was a really good player.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it's
It's right over there
you'll
again. He'll
get
give out
that.
autographs
confirmed.
after this panel.
So you can block, parry, deflect. Like
Yeah.
we want the
How
combat to
fast
feel
and
really good for
unstable
people to
frame
go
rate.
in and
Not
be able to like
dialysis,
be part of
E3
that
events.
and size up the enemies when things feel right. It feels really good.
Yeah, it's also about the enemy arrangements as well, like what enemies we're putting you up against, how you go in and use your tools
Yeah.
to take them down. But it's not just lightsabers; it's the Force as well.
Sure. Well, that's part of
Yeah.
this. You were talking to me last night about it, right? This thoughtful combat. And the idea that when I watched the demo initially, my thought was, oh, these are
Just
canned
like
animations,
twice.
right? I'm doing a force grab and stabbing the guy, and that's all I hit R1 and that happened. That's not that way.
No, it's
right?
all freeform.
So, like, you can go back in and replay things and
Teraz
do it.
zatrzymajmy to na moment i przypomnijmy sobie, co ten koleś prowadzący powiedział przed sekundą, że on patrzył na czat na Twitchu i tam było dużo pozytywnych reakcji. No, z tego, co widzę tutaj na czacie, to raczej słabo, nie?
differently, or you and I would have different
absolutely. And
playthroughs.
actually, the
Okay,
enemies
okay.
react to each other in different ways. You saw the flame troopers fighting against the spiders. You could sit as bystander and just kind of watch that fight if you wanted to.
Yeah.
But you're not going to get any skill points if you do that. And it's not any fun either. It's fun to watch sometimes, but
It is.
it's a lot more fun to play.
You talk about the skill points. Are those going into the force abilities?
Yeah, so we're going to have the classic abilities. We're going to have push, pull. We've got what we call force flip, which is essentially double jump,
Nice.
which is nice because that's something that makes sense in Star
That's
Wars, a
fine.
Jedi actually doing a double jump. But we have one unique expression of the force that you saw in there, which is slow, which is a little bit of the glue between force, push, and pull.
Yeah. Well, that was awesome. I think I thought you couldn't top my favorite moment in the demo, right? Where you come around the corner, grab the stormtrooper, or force pull the stormtrooper, stab him, but when you force pulled the stormtrooper and walked him into
Yes.
one bolt, that was pretty cool. That was pretty cool.
That's one of my favorite. I think the first time I saw that, I freaked out a little.
No, you
bit.
actually
Yeah.
said it better be in the demo.
Well, you did it. You delivered. Tell me about the enemies we are seeing there, right? Because that's one of those things I feel like we're talking a lot about, seeing things a lot about, is we're running through the environment. You had different things. You had your normal stormtroopers. You had non-normal stormtroopers.
Yeah, and this is just a small portion of the game, by the way. So there's a lot more that we haven't
You're
shown.
saying that isn't the entire game?
That is not.
That's wow.
No,
I'm surprised.
no.
But we got our classic stormtroopers. We've got the scout troopers who you saw equipped with kind of melee charged weapon. We've got the flame troopers, but we also have the purge troopers whose task is to basically hunt Jedi.
Yeah.
Soften them up before the Inquisitors come in.
And like we're seeing right here, right? Like this bad.
That's the
MF
purge trooper,
That's the-
yeah.
yeah.
exactly. Like so.
New that the team created.
In
Yeah.
there you go. Adding to the Star Wars lore. What, we're
How
pointing
great
at
is
one
that?
guy. Did he create it? Just that one man did?
Yeah.
It was a team effort, but you led the charge.
Jordan did the concept.
Good job, Jordan. Everybody, great cheers for Jordan. So we're going
Okay,
through,
okay.
and you have these
Clap
new
for
stormtroopers.
Jordan.
You have your fire troopers. You have one of my favorite droids of all time coming back,
The KX.
and then making me fight him.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Yeah.
I don't want to do that.
Oh, you do.
No,
Trust me, you do.
I do.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, then talk about the other star of this 15-minute demo, right? The new droid, BD1.
There he is right there.
No, BD1. BD1's in the audience, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh,
Thank you, BD1. He's adorable, as I'm sure you know. I immediately want him as a backpack, so just a heads up if you're talking to anybody in the licensing department. That,
All right. We can make
what
it
does he
happen.
do in the game, right?
czy to jest AR?
Excuse
czy
me,
to
we're hosting a
makieta faktycznie.
You can keep it down over there. What are the traits? What are we using as? Is he just flair? Am I using him for different
Well,
things?
like story-wise, he's Cal's companion. He's
Yeah.
an explorer droid, which is perfect because Cal's on this mission
Sure.
for survival that's taken him to all these savage planets. BD sounds for Buddy Droid 1, which is
That's respawn. That's
Yeah, I
respawn.
mean,
I,
it's-
don't think I didn't notice the wall running either. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, respawn
yeah.
made this game. Yeah, okay.
definitely inspired by BT,
Yeah.
but the name ended up sticking.
Yeah.
So one of the cool factoids is his voice is authored by the legendary Ben Burt.
Oh, nice.
Who did all the main sound designer in the original trilogy and
Yeah.
beyond. But he can hack doors, computers, as we saw in there.
So I'm just scan some stuff there.
Yep. Scan the
Opening doors.
environment for like environmental storytelling, learn more lore about the planet.
Ale
I
fajna
saw him
makieta.
shooting out health packs. Is
Yep.
that
też
a
chodzi.
canned animation after a fight? Is it a button I'm hitting?
It's player input.
Okay.
Whenever
Is there,
they
like, a
want,
cooldown on it?
whenever they want, BE will eject a stim pack.
Okay.
There's a limited amount that you
Okay.
can find more over the course of the game, and you're actually in that moment you're defenseless, so you got to choose wisely when you're going to do it.
Okay. We've seen the gameplay. Without spoiling stuff for me, what's going on in the story? Like, obviously, Cal, I thought he was going to be way weaker as a Jedi. You know, just tell me the whole story. What A to B, Stig, how's it go? What's the ending?
Well,
Actually, you know what? Stop. Full stop. I can't believe I've gone this long in the panel without asking. Is Watto in this game?
sorry, I can't say.
But that's not a no! Hashtag Watto 2019. I'll be retweeting them all after this panel. Thank you very much. But what's going on in the story outside of Watto should be in it?
Well, you know, story's a really big deal to us. We've created this with Lucasfilm. We got to keep a really tight lip on it. So I don't really
Great
want to
panel.
go
It's
into
over.
Grafika wygląda
sorry.
tak bardzo,
I mean, yeah, the story.
Gotta
tak
say
jakby
it.
grał na Switchu.
I know one of the things a lot of people have been...
Dobra, lecimy
live in
dalej.
other places.
Okay, that's... And for those of you at home,
Extended.
I was about to do a...
Amazing moment.
Amazing,
The
amazing.
team, badass. Thank you guys.
Go team.
Your hard work.
Prezentacji.
Now we just
Apple.
have to finish. Can't wait to bring it to you guys. There's so much more that you haven't seen yet.
There's
I can't
so
wait
much more.
to show you.
Believe it or not, there's so
Seven.
much more. There is more at the Microsoft conference tomorrow.
That's right.
Vince Steak, thank you so much for coming out. November
Thank you.
15th can't come soon enough. For those of you here at EA Play, the Respawn team has brought even more gameplay for you to check out over in the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order Theater. And for those of you at home,
Extended.
I was about to do a bit. For those of you at home, you will stay tuned for Apex Legends. What
Yeah.
you're looking for. Thank you for the yeah. I was like, that's the corniest joke I put in this thing. No one's gonna laugh. Hey, everybody, I'm Greg Miller. Thanks everybody for watching. We got more EA Play for you now.
Jedyne co mnie zastanawia, to dlaczego on tak krzyczy. Ja wszystko rozumiem, emocje i tak dalej.
How hyped are we for Star Wars? Let's hear it! So
Okay.
hype mode engaged, although that's actually a lie. It was engaged about 3 days ago. Anyway, so big thanks to Vince and Stig for sharing that exciting deep dive into Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We're all a little bit too excited here, I'm not going to lie. I'm Julia Hardy, and a little later on, Adam Freeman and I will be bringing you news on Battlefield 5. Yeah? Right now, though, EA Play is in full swing with gamers getting their hands on all kinds of exclusives. There's a lot to look forward to, starting with our next show, Apex Legends. So, Alex Goldboy,
Dobra. Okej, to już widziałem. Nie wiem, grać jeszcze w Apexa? Mnie już znudził troszeczkę.
Let's go. Everything dies.
Looking for me? Surprise.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to EA Play 2019, and I'm so excited to talk about Apex Legends here at EA Play. I'm professional esports commentator Alex Goldenboy Mendez. Now, everyone at Respawn has been working diligently at making Apex Legends the best Battle Royale game out there. We've got some big updates. That's right. I like that. Like that, baby. Bring that energy. We got some exciting details to share on Apex Legends Season 2, including a brand new weapon, a new mode, an improvise, you hear me? I'm improvising. An improved battle pass, a reveal of the 10th legend coming to the arena, and so much more. So let's jump out of this drop ship, dive right into the hot zone. Take it away, Jay.
Thanks, Golden Boy. I'm Respawn's community manager, Jay Frechette, and as you can see, we've brought Kings Canyon to life right here at EA Play. We've even got all 9 current legends here to help me bring you some of the Season 2 updates that you've been clamoring for. We're going to introduce you to our newest legend after the show, but for those of you at home, don't miss your chance to jump into our Legendary Hunt event. Check it
Serio?
out.
Całkiem spokój wyszedł ten cosplay.
hunt is upon us. Prepare yourself.
The legendary hunt has begun. Legends can compete to enter an all-new Apex Elite queue, complete challenges for exclusive cosmetics.
I could do this all day.
Earn XP and Battle Pass boosts, and find all-new exclusive skins in the in-game store.
Only the strong will win and slaughter.
For a limited time, legends who place in the top 5 of any match will earn the right to join the Apex Elite queue.
I need some help over here.
Solid copy. There, they will have the opportunity to test their skills. Need some ammo against the most talented legends in the game.
One more. A legend's true test is from within.
Additionally, legends can complete legendary hunt challenges to earn rewards, like the epic Master of the Hunt Bloodhound, the Wolfpack G7,
Not your day. I won this one.
and hunt down 2 wins to score the exclusive legendary Tamed Beast triple take.
Trust in the gods and you shall be rewarded.
Opening fire. Got him.
During the event, all Battle Pass owners will receive the free legendary Honored Prey R301. Hit level 15 on your Battle Pass, and you'll also earn the legendary Night Terror Wraith.
You know what I look like. Come find me.
Every day, Legends can also earn an entire Battle Pass level for your first top 5 finish of the day.
Thank you for the fun fight.
And we're doubling down with our first ever Double XP weekend.
One moment.
From June 7th to June 9th, earn double XP on both your base and Battle Pass progression.
Our destiny has led us to this moment.
Throughout the event, be sure to keep an eye on the rotating store for new exclusive Legendary Hunt cosmetics.
The sky has opened and gifted the day.
Dobra, skiny,
Squad up
więcej
and drop
skinów.
in, as the Legendary Hunt won't last forever. Good luck,
Dodadzą
Legends.
możliwość do ponownego dołączania do gry. No i dodadzą większe teamy i mniejsze też.
That's right. Until June 18th, you can jump into the Legendary Hunt, our limited time event that features the debut of our Elite Queue.
Co ty gadasz? No zobaczcie, ten koleś, czy ta laska, faktycznie nie ma nóg. No to jest niezły cosplay.
Exclusive challenges you can unlock, and some killer skins and more. Also, this weekend is Double XP weekend, so there's lots of great reasons to jump in. The community really brought it since this event launched.
Co?
And it's awesome to see the best duke it out. Back to you, Golden Boy.
Thank you so much, Jay. Thank you, Jay, for that. Appreciate it. All right. That was season 1. Who's ready to talk about season 2? I like that. So, you know, listen, I play this game every day. It's one of my favorites, and I did this like right before the show started. That's how much I play this game. And you know, I'm going to jump back in when we finish up. But first, I do want to talk about season 2. We've got the first details here, and joining me, we got Drew McCoy in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Ale jest podekscytowany.
We've been so patient for that beautiful,
Chyba trochę
beautiful
wychodzi z
content.
strefy
What do you have for us today?
komfortu, co?
It's coming.
Okay.
First and foremost.
Content is coming.
It's
Confirmed.
coming.
You've heard it here first.
So, season 2, it's coming July 2nd, and it's called Battle Charge.
All right. So, Battle Charge will be coming out. What can we expect, though, when this new season drops?
Yeah, so as we announced when we launched the game, we're taking a seasonal approach. So, we're trying to cram as much into the launch of season 2 as possible with some other stuff along the way. But what you can expect from the launch is a new legend, a new weapon, a new way to play the game.
Okay.
Perhaps a map event. And a lot of this has been done through a lot of the feedback from community. We're also changing up some of the meta balance of weapons to try and buff up some of the weaker weapons and bring a lot of cool stuff in the game.
Okay. All right. It's a lot. It's a lot. We're going to talk about a good portion of it here, but let's talk about that sweet new content because Season 2 is bringing a new weapon to the fight, and today we're excited to show it to you. So let's just go ahead, roll the clip.
Show it.
Care package touching down. They usually carry rare platforms.
Elstar here.
O, bo przynajmniej nie ma przecinek tutaj.
I bathe in the blues. Your ignorance meets your end. Need help.
Good job, me.
A new season. Strong work.
All-Star, full out of fire.
Hostile over there.
Frag out.
Wicked. Making contact with enemy. Accept it, I'm here. You're not.
There you have it, the L-Star, man. I remember getting slapped by this gun in Titanfall 2, so pretty excited to see this one make it into the fold in the arena. Seems really powerful. So tell me more about its place in the entire weapon loadout for Apex Legends.
Yeah, so the L-Star's new. It's coming. Launch of Season 2. It's actually a care package weapon because it's so OP.
Okay.
It's just amazing. But
Glad you said that out front.
Yeah, well, you know, it's like the master for the Kraber. It's incredibly powerful.
Yeah.
And being a care package weapon, it doesn't use any of the existing ammo on the ground, so whatever you get with it is what you got.
I also noticed, too, it shattered through doors.
Yeah, it can open doors.
So, like, melees, grenades, and now
the L-Star.
Wow. Okay, so that is pretty sizable. Now, what other changes are going to be coming to weapons? Because and this may seem very nerdy, but I'm a huge fan of hop-ups. I'm all about Prowler with my switch fire. That's my jam.
Yeah.
What are you bringing me?
Yeah, so like I mentioned, there's going to be some meta changes to the weapons. We're trying to bring up some of the weaker weapons.
Mozambique.
And then, yeah, there are 2 new hop-ups coming. Not really going to say what they are yet. You guys got to wait for Season 2. But there is a chance that maybe a memeable weapon named after an African country is usable.
Is usable?
Yeah.
Mozambique.
Okay.
Perhaps.
All right, perhaps. I mean, that is yet to be seen. We'll have to see if that's going to be a reality. All right, cool. So we're starting out hot with that L-Star light machine gun. We also have the Battle Pass. And, you know, when you guys first spoke about the Battle Pass, you said that it was a learning experience. What's different this time around for Season 2?
Yeah, so we've been listening to community a lot. Season 1 didn't quite launch as well as we were hoping. The content was fairly underwhelming for players, so we've been taking that in. We've been getting all sorts of data from people buying skins to what they equip on their characters or weapons. And so we've taken this learning and put it in a Season 2 Battle Pass. So first off the bat, it's challenge-based now instead of essentially time-based. So you'll get daily and weekly challenges, and they stack if you don't play for a while. So you can come back after a month and try and knock them all out on a weekend and level up really quick. Ultimately, this does mean leveling to level 100 is a lot quicker than in Season 1. We're also getting rid of all the badges and stat trackers, taking up space throughout the leveling process. And we are inserting 3 entirely new content types into the Battle Pass, which we will talk about later. And there's a lot more skins in it, and there's going to be enough crafting metals by the time you hit level 100 to craft your very own legendary of your choosing.
All right. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of value for that Battle Pass.
Yeah, that sounds very exciting. All right, and now, you know, we're talking about Apex. It's got some pretty sick skins. What skins do you have for me today?
Yeah, so like I mentioned,
the skin guys.
There's a golden version as well. Are garbage tier like myself.
Yeah. Don't worry, we'll be in Wood Division together.
Yeah, you and me, buddy.
Yeah, that's
Wood.
what's up.
Wood 3, I think.
Wood 3? Wood 3 Division?
Yeah, so it goes from bronze all the way up to Apex Predator.
It's my pleasure, Golden Boy. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived. The 10th legend joining the Apex Legends arena is Watson. To help us get to know our latest legend a little bit better, our team put together this touching illustrated short. Let's check it out.
My dearest Natalie.
Jakby to powiedzieć, no bez zaangażowania. Chyba nie tego się spodziewała publika.
As I write this letter, it's the middle of the night in late summer. An hour ago, you cracked the equations necessary to power the force field. You showed me up tonight, my magnificent daughter. And I couldn't be happier or prouder of that. I always knew you were special, but never did I fathom that a little girl who taught her staffed Nazi multiplication tables would grow up to master quantum laser mechanics. I have assured the Syndicate that the modified containment force field will be operational in a month's time, and it's all thanks to you. I may be just a doddering old fool trying to hold on to Mom Bebe a little while longer before he loses her to a daughter. But I do see you. I see the strong, brilliant, wonderful young woman you've become. And I know when the day comes that I'm no longer with you, you are going to be just fine. The games will be brilliant, because you are brilliant. My daughter can and will do anything she wants in this life, because she is the smartest woman in the frontier. Je t'aime de tout mon cœur, pour toujours, Papa.
I did it, Papa. I hope wherever you are, you're cheering for me.
No powiem tak, no
Right.
3 na 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, Watson joining the arena, and joining me now, we have the 3 gentlemen who brought her to life. Griffin, Will, and Tom, thank you so much for joining us here. Wow. So I mean, Bible thumps in the chat, man, because that was the feels right there. Hit me right in the feels. But Griffin, we'll start with you, bud. You're one of the legend designers, and I'm curious on the approach that you guys took toward making Watson a character that has impact in the arena.
So Watson really started as a conversation between a friend of mine and I, he's an engineer, and he has this really methodical, interesting way of taking really complex problems and systematically solving them. And so I kind of thought, what would it be like if we took the sort of the defensive complexity of Apex and introduced a character that could really create an ecosystem in which you can survive the really aggressive third-party meta, all of that stuff. So the idea behind Watson really is that if you plan and you sort of adapt to the environment and you really know the map and you work closely with your team, that you can really create these strong defenses that that people are going to really have to think about in terms of how they push on you and that sort of thing. So the current meta of I hear gunfire and I hit it as hard as I can, you know, with Bangalore, Wraith, Octane, all of those, we're trying to sort of bump that meta a little bit and make it so that this more stanced RTS kind of play style has breathing room.
Yeah, you're trying to provide like options for the players.
Yes.
Because you want to be able to play that hyper aggressive approach, whether you're running like a composition that contains it. You can. That's going to be really fun. We're going to dive into the ability. As far as character.
Yeah, so it's a collaborative effort. You know, shout out Heath and Sam, animation department. Everybody kind of works together. We were given a specific set of skills that she would be using, abilities from Griffin, and that's kind of all we had to go off of. So we had to. Heath did a great job of like bringing it all together, giving her a sort of a grounded aesthetic. She had to look like she was using electricity and stuff like that. So rubber gloves and the coils and the wires and pushing her silhouette at the same time, making her stand out. You have to be able to read who she is from different distances. From there, all right. From there, you can really go in and sculpt all the details out and work with the animators to really bring her to life, give her personality in everything that she does with her abilities and that too. So.
Yeah, and there's some really cool stuff there as well. Every part that Watson, she takes out an item in her kit, it's actually like on her person.
Oh yeah.
You see it happen.
Yeah, and those are all very meticulously designed by the concept artist and then modeled out in 3D. So yeah, it's all functional.
That's great
in the world. Yeah.
So now you get to the gameplay, the look, but the story. You know, because you got to hit us in the feels, right? Like super hard, and you just did that. Watson's backstory, who she is. Let's dive deeper into that one, Tom.
Watson's kind of different from the way we usually do things because usually it's very collaborative and we're creating the character at the same time, all the different departments, and we're working together. Watson was different. She was already designed and drawn when I got her. And one of the great things about working at Respawn is they encourage us to create characters that are non-traditional and that are characters you haven't seen in video games before, and to kind of branch out and see what else, what other kinds of people can we represent out there. And so Watson is a very different character than I've ever seen in a video game, at least. And everything is based off of what these guys created. I mean, it's all, every single part of her backstory is connected somehow to either her abilities or her look.
And now, it was something that kind of stuck out to me. So am I correct in assuming that Watson played a big role in the arena itself?
Yes, so Watson and her father actually invented the ring.
Okay.
And so she grew up in the arena, literally in the arena when they were building it. And you're going to see with Watson and moving forward, we're going to start to build the lore of this world a little bit. You're going to find out who created the games. They mentioned the Syndicate in there, so we'll talk about the Syndicate down the road. You're starting to build more and more of a universe, which is great.
So she's in here, so all the legends must know her.
Oh, yeah. She was their kid sister, basically. She was always hanging around the arena, and she got to know all the legends and got to watch all of them. She's not a mercenary. She's not a soldier. Her role is of support, and so everybody loves Watson. She's the one person that could probably unite all the legends together.
Including Caustic.
Caustic respects her. She's a scientist.
Okay.
She's an engineer.
Okay, so like was a strong word for Caustic.
Yeah, I don't know if Caustic likes anybody.
Okay,
He likes
that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, that's super cool. I mean, blown away by this character so far. Now, I mentioned before we're going to talk about the abilities because when you revealed these to me, I was floored, jaw-dropping. And a lot of people online were kind of like guessing as to like what it would be, and I'm very happy to see that a lot of them, some had the right idea, but for the most part, what she's capable of doing is ridiculous. So let's just talk about the active. First thing, defenses.
Yes. So the Watson has more interrelated abilities than probably any other current character we have. You really need to understand how they all interact. The fences, you can place 12 nodes, and you can use these in any permutation you want. Part of why we sort of went with her being such a brilliant electrical engineer is because we really wanted to reinforce both mechanically and thematically how creative the player can be with these. Basically, we're just giving you free reign to place these however you want and figure out.
And the players, like I just saw right there, I don't know if that was intentional. So when your teammates go through, it shuts down.
It shuts off. So
if I'm down and they run through the gate, does the gate deactivate?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So there's a lot of different interactions, a lot of different ways that you can interact with the gates with other characters. The ultimate is, we call it an interception pylon. It shoots down bombardments, incoming grenades, stops arc star spam, and it charges your team's shield. And it also, if Watson's cooldown is slower when she's away from the pylon, but when you're near the pylon, it supercharges your tactical, so you get fences faster. So if you drop it down, it's a permanent structure until it's destroyed, and that allows you to build these large fortresses very rapidly. And you can use that for defending, for flank control on offensive squads, for going up on a tower and fencing it off with Pathfinder. And then the passive is that ultimate accelerants give you your ultimate 100% ultimate charge. And so if you save up ultimate accelerants over the course of the match, that allows you to place more pylons, and it means that you don't have to play conservatively as Watson as long as you save up ultimate charges. You can keep moving with a highly mobile squad. You can play offense, defense, support, however you feel like the fences and the pylon are most effective to whatever comp you're playing.
So what you're telling me here is that Lifeline mains do not need to continuously hold ultimate accelerants anymore.
We felt like we needed to
rejoice. That's right. We did it, people. Finally, because everyone's like really mean to me if I don't like use the ult accelerant. It's not fair. Oh wow. So that is ridiculous.
There's also when they cross the fences, you get pinged as well.
Oh yeah. So if any enemies cross through the fences, it pings your entire squad. So there's a situational awareness element to them as well.
Wow.
So if you know, so this is why she grew up in the arena. If you know where all the choke points and the exits are, you can set up fences there, and you'll know exactly when an enemy crosses.
I'm even thinking about compositions and how it could work out. Maybe for any Gibraltar mains out there, maybe you find a little. No one cheered for that. Feels bad, man. Maybe there's a little synergy there that can be created. There's a lot that can be done with these fences and being able to block off certain chokes.
Yeah, I think it's really the big sort of the ceiling is how creative people can get with it, and I'm really excited to see what people do with it.
And from an art perspective here, they're very distinct. They stand out. What were some of the challenges in making sure that these fences really, when a player saw them, they knew exactly what it was, not to kind of catch them off guard, so to speak, to make it really, really stand out in the arena?
Yeah, again, silhouette's everything. You got to make it stand out, and it has to look like it lives in the world, that it's something that she can use and that lives on her body as well. She's able to pull it out, and she's able to bring it out and create a fortress basically, and it has to read. So we had concept artists working on every little detail, and the modelers as well. And we had to test it out. We tested it out. We play it in-game, or in-house, and make sure it reads well.
And these guys do a tremendous job of it too. I'm like, I need like a post with electricity that goes between the two.
Yeah.
And they create really cool stuff with just that kind of vague, hand-wavy designer description.
Everything about it has clearly been thought out. This legend is going to be incredible. I can't wait to play Watson. You guys excited? Watson? That is
zdecydowanie
nutty.
bardziej
All right,
teraz po tej
well,
prezentacji niż
again,
na
very
początku.
much looking forward. Now, today, we've covered a bunch here. We've seen a new weapon. We've gotten a new mode, the latest legend, and the new Battle Pass for Season 2. So, let's recap all the amazing Apex Legends action that we've seen here today.
Surprise.
Care package touching down.
No te skiny mają srogie, nie?
Like a deer in the headlights.
Your time is ended.
I'm not going to let you off that easy, Drew. What was that?
What was what?
What was that? You saw the giant thing on the screen in the eyeball. What was that?
All right.
Can't tell me?
Well, let's just say that. Well, no, but let's just say this. We got perhaps a couple of big things coming into Kings Canyon at the start of Season 2.
Okay.
So keep your eyes peeled over the next month. See what you can find out.
So if I were to like ask you, after we're done with this, are you like gonna give me the cold shoulder? Or are you actually gonna tell me?
There's no way I can tell you. Sorry.
Yo, man, I'm just holding L's all
Not a
day out
chance.
here, man. This is not fair. Well, Drew, thank you so much, man. Guys, Apex Legends Season 2!
Ekstra, po co on się pojawił?
July
Obserwowali,
2nd could
wypowiedzieć,
not get
obserwować,
here
czy wiecie,
soon
że-
enough. Now, if you're in Los Angeles, come check out Apex Legends at EA Play for your first chance to get hands-on with Watson, as well as all the other great Apex Legends things happening.
Okej. Ale masy, ale fajnie tam musi być cieplutko, słonecznie. No jeszcze gierki.
I'm a fan. I know you guys are a fan too, and you're going to love what we've got to you today. So, over the next half hour,
Yeah, we'll see.
we're going to be bringing you content that's coming to you over the next few months. We've heard what you want, so today you're getting your first look at a ton of new multiplayer maps. Features we know you've been screaming out for, and the arrival of a new theatre of war that's coming to Battlefield 5 this fall. So, when Chapter 4 Define the Odds drops, it's bringing so much cool stuff, so let's get to it.
Battle of Greece continues. On the Marita map, Allied forces are making a last stand to halt the Axis army
Nie wiem, ja nie grałem w
sweeping through the
Battlefielda
region.
5 i no nie wiem, chyba nie czuję potrzeby. Wszystko mi się wydaje takie...
You'll deploy on a sloping mountain ridge and within the tight streets of a rural town. The Allies control the town, but Axis troops are already on its fringes. The road down into the village is crucial, and you must fight to hold here or risk losing control of the region. You'll always have tactical choices nearby, with a close proximity to other key locations, so keep an eye out for them. Marita is an infantry-focused map, where all 4 soldier classes will be able to shine. Tanks and aircraft will stand aside for intense infantry gunfights and sneaky flanks in the cobbled streets. Hills and multi-story homes means unique vertical gameplay. Stay alert in this steep environment as the Battle of Greece rages on.
To help give us even more details on Marita, please welcome Ryan MacArthur from DICE. Yeah. So thanks for coming out, Ryan. So obviously Marita looks amazing. What was the map's inspiration?
Well, I think the team in LA that put this together, and they built the Mercury map that everyone saw earlier this month. And so they really wanted to continue that story of the Battle of Greece, which is a bit of an unknown story, new to me as well, as you learn about this stuff. So it's really cool. It's sort of set on the Albanian-Greece border, sort of in the mountains there where the Axis power sort of started to push into Greece during the war. And it's sort of set above the clouds in this nice little quiet, well, I guess what used to be quiet village.
Not anymore.
Before these guys all show up. And it's quite a different experience than Mercury. And it's sort of a totally different style of gameplay that you would have seen in the game before.
So what kind of gameplay are we talking about? What's happening?
Well, so this is going to be a heavily infantry-focused map. So as Mr. Battlefield likes to put it, this is total creative chaos. So you're just going to see some absolute...
love that. Creative chaos. Yeah.
So what we get there is just head-on just collisions in the middle of this map. And it's sort of what we've tried to do with all the new maps that we've been created, spending a lot of time to figure out how do we make each one of them different. So when players go in and play one of these new maps, it sort of has a different feel than the ones they've played before to sort of create that different experience for them. So this one has... I guess for lack of a better way to put it, is sort of a banana shape to it. And that banana shape...
If you like their fruit.
Well, I think fruit's important when you're doing game design, I think, obviously. And so the shape gives you sort of a variety of different play styles and sort of creates this sort of narrow channels for people to just run head-on into each other, which really creates that chaos that is Battlefield. But
That's what we want, though. That's what we want, that kind of chaos. But most importantly, we need to know, like, we could talk all day, but when can we get our hands on it? That's what we want to know, right?
Yeah, and I think the great thing for this is coming in July as part of Chapter 4, so stay tuned. And I think some people are going to get to play it while they're here today.
Ooh, lucky you. All right, Freeman, who's we've stuck up there for no other reason than, well, my own entertainment, has more on Chapter 4 for you. Over to you, Freeman.
I'm up here PTFOing. I don't know what you're giving out to me, Julia. Listen, we have more maps. So let's deliver a brand new one to you. This is Al Sundan. It's coming in Chapter 4.
The fight moves to the North African desert in a vast new map for Battlefield 5, Al Sundan. Prepare to engage alongside a lush desert coast and contrasting harsh environments. Axis forces have militarized the area with camps, a radar tower, and an airbase. You must fight over possession of these critical points. In Al Sundan, we've taken the vista used in a single-player war story under no flag and doubled down on air and land vehicle combat. With this, the location has been optimized for all-out multiplayer action. On this open map, it's up to you to shape the fight. With large distances, vehicle-based team play, and battles across ranges, you'll always have plenty of choices. Make good use of this sandbox to secure the win. Utilize vehicles, mounted guns, planes, and transports. Capture the strategic airfield to dominate the sky, or engage in fast-paced infantry battles in tight interior areas. Al Sundan is classic Battlefield. We can't wait to let you play it.
Yeah. That's amazing. So obviously Al Sundan was adapted from Under No Flag. So tell us a little bit about what that process was like.
Yeah, so usually, you know, when the guys, when the team sort of focus on building these war stories, they want to create these nice narrative, linear experiences and sort of that really tell the story of World War II. But with Under No Flag, they sort of took a little bit of a different approach to this and sort of made this big, wide-open experience. And that showed a lot of potential from a multiplayer perspective as well. So when we finished the game originally, the team wanted to sort of sit down and sort of a small group of them and take a shot at turning this into what could be an amazing Battlefield map. It's huge. This is a really big map. This is your sort of classic Battlefield sandbox map. This is where you're going to see, you know, tanks and planes and infantry and all of that together in sort of what is truly Battlefield. It's sort of built for that open world gameplay with, you know, depending on no matter how you want to play, there's something there for you.
Yeah, oh, definitely. And so how can I kind of, you know, adjust my strategy? Because obviously it's such a wide map. Like, what am I doing?
Well, I think if you look at it, there's room for all different play styles. So there's 6 flags on this when you're playing Conquest, and you can see here, even if you can see from the videos here, you've got, you know, when you go into the village, it's all about infantry play and speed and flanking through the things, and the bridge in the middle, it's all about, you know, sort of controlling that with infantry gameplay. And I think Mr. Battlefield the other day decided to just sit there with his tank and destroy me. But
it's just something that he likes to do.
He's kind of mean, but he's not mean. He's super nice. But
no, but most importantly, I mean, again, we could go on and on and on. We're tight for time because there's so much to get through. We've got so many announcements. When can we get our hands on Al Sundan?
But so this is the first map that we're going to come in with Chapter 4. So June 27th, this is going to be available day 1, Chapter 4 for everybody.
Nice, nice. Now we've got a couple more surprises to come, but before we get into all that, let's take a look at what's coming in August towards the end of Chapter 4.
Get up close and personal with Chapter 4 Defying the Odds. new and intense close-quarter maps are coming to Battlefield 5. By popular demand, we're bringing more maps to players craving tighter types of multiplayer, specially tailored for intimate infantry combat. The new battlefields will challenge your squad in unique ways. Teamwork, skill, and adaptation are your keys to victory. Fight through an explosives production facility in Lofoten Islands and unseat the Axis occupation in Provence. Prepare to assemble your team and rise above your enemies. And prepare to learn more about these new battlefields later in the year.
Now, to help us break down these new maps, Ryan and I are joined by Mr. Battlefield himself, Lars Gustafsson. I don't know if you made that up yourself, but... Oh, and because he asked nicely, we also let Freeman come down from his weird place up there.
You're worse than my Firestorm teammates. You just leave me behind everywhere.
But we can all understand why that happens. Do you want to take a...
They love the bigger modes like Conquest. It's always been kind of a Battlefield pillar. But it's been super fun to watch how they engage with passion and dedication in the smaller modes, like Squad Conquest, for example, which really become a success. And with that in mind, then, we've, together with the DICE LA studio, they've been going at it, tailoring maps that are specially made for smaller modes. Do you say the intimate combat?
Intimate infantry combat.
Him behind, can you?
Then it's acceptable, I think.
Because I would.
It's too beautiful. The thing with it is, the baseline package that comes out is free for everyone that plays Battlefield 5. So a beautiful package. It's there to let you set up your servers and kind of create your experiences, whether you want to capture or, you know, play with your friends. And Freeman, you can play with us, for sure.
Thanks.
You can sit with them. And obviously, you know, you love getting all that community feedback, so hit him up, Mr. Battlefield at AOL.com, and let him know.
Well, just saying, yeah.
That is the thing, though. Like, we're not finished when we're done, right?
No, exactly. It's coming in, let's see. September,
yeah.
And at that time, I mean, we want you to dive on it, set up your servers, play it, and give us feedback. Since this is kind of just the beginning of the journey with the private games, we want to hear what did we do right and where should we shape up and take it an extra notch. So be with us and be candid.
Okay, well, Lars, don't tell Ryan, but you know you're my favourite for this. Thank you very much for it. We've got more though, Julia. We've got more.
You're almost.
Well, it's just going to get a bit weird and fighty up here in a minute. Well, as promised, we've got one more Battlefield map to show you. It's called Operation Underground. Lars, Ryan, talk us through what we're about to see. Yes, let's have a look.
Well, this is the ultimate definition of a passion project. So Inge Göran, the original designer for Operation Metro, when we finished Battlefield 5 and shipped it, he wanted to do something that he just was truly invested in. So he kind of went down and he sat down and he came back with what was Operation Underground. And when he showed it to the team, we knew we just had to make this. And I think Lars is sort of being part of that journey in the beginning. I mean, you know how much this meant to the team.
Yeah, I mean, I was there when we started to build the maps for Battlefield 3. And early on, it was kind of a brainstorm. I still remember it was tons of images on the wall. We challenged the team to, you know, where do you want to fight? Everything from subway to shopping mall to God knows everywhere.
Yeah.
And then the team started, or someone smart, not me, apparently, said, do I only get to pick one?
Yeah.
So they started to pick a number of them, and I think Inge then chose 3 of them, which was the park, the subway, and kind of the bank area in the city.
Like a kind of scene tapas. I mean, you don't want one meal, you want 3 lots of meals all in
More
one meal.
Always better, yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So you can see, when you see kind of it spinning in behind us here, you can see the true inspiration, but what Inge Göran and the talented crew with him has done is to kind of take at heart the feedback from the original Metro and started to provide especially a lot of flanking routes so that you can kind of move around and be smart about it. And tons of easy to spot ones, but also
Everyone
the most
loves
sneaky
a sneaky
ones.
flank. Everyone loves the sneaky flank. Cheeky, sneaky flank.
I mean, I think you've got a streetsman as a winner.
Oh, Lives, Chapter 5.
Here's a little look at what the team's been working on.
takie trochę naciąga.
A timeless theater of war, a new vision. Prepare to deploy to the Pacific. The team at DICE are hard at work creating an iconic World War II experience, releasing this fall with Chapter 5 of Battlefield 5. As the US and Japan enter the fight, you'll clash across several battlefields, including a modern take on an absolute classic, Iwo Jima. Since Battlefield began, the Pacific Theater has been part of its DNA. Now, we're crafting the ultimate reimagining of the conflict. By capturing real-life environments and using the power of Frostbite, we're bringing you the Pacific realized with today's capabilities and technology. Take part in the US invasions as their unstoppable forces charge inland towards unwavering Japanese defenses. Use new amphibious units to pummel the war-ridden shores, and an expanded arsenal to bring your squad to victory. We have a lot more to share about the Pacific and how it will evolve Battlefield 5 later in the year. Stay tuned.
To takie teasery, zero konkretów.
We're in Stockholm, so it's quite impressive. We really appreciate the team putting in that work.
Oh yeah, taking one for the team.
But obviously,
definitely.
I mean, that's the big new addition to Battlefield 5. So going back, new theater of war in the Pacific. I mean, this is a homecoming for Lars. I mean, not Iwo Jima itself, but the development of it.
I remember my childhood.
Where the beard come from?
Yeah, 1,000 yards in there.
No, but jokes aside, it's having been with Battlefield all through the journey, it's really where it all started. Battlefield 1942, the Pacific Theater, and already when we started to talk about this game, the journey through the Second World War.
We have these discussions. You've got, where are my U.S. forces? Where's my Japanese army? And getting to sit here in LA today and tell everybody that it's coming. Chapter 5, you're going to get those things. You're going to see some familiar places like Iwo Jima. We've got 2 other maps coming with that, so 3 maps coming with the initial package of the Pacific in Chapter 5. Some ones I think people are going to be really happy with what they're going to see. And I just say in some of that, as you can hear from the ping in the trailer, some iconic weapons and things as well.
My grand, it's coming, right?
Yes. We're living for the ping, so I mean, we wouldn't go to Iwo Jima without kind of the weaponry and the hardware. So bringing tons of iconic weapons, gadgets, and also, after all, it's Battlefield. So, of course, there will be a new set of vehicles, and we want to take that extra step and kind of start giving you the boats, fulfilling that sandbox of land, air, and sea. And
blah, blah, blah.
So, do you want to give us a little bit of a recap there, Freeman? I'll leave that on your capable shoulders.
Okay, I'm back at the balcony if they...
Yeah, go on, get out there.
Right, okay. Okay, we've got a load more multiplayer maps then coming in 2019. That starts with Al Sundan on June 27th, followed by Marita in July. We're bringing a brand new theatre of war to Battlefield 5, the Pacific. That's releasing this fall. We're also bringing features we've heard the community ask for, an increase in max rank from 50 to 500, and private games. Also, one final announcement. Starting today, you can play Battlefield 5 in the EA and Origin Access Vault, and through EA Access on PlayStation 4 when it launches next month. Is that everything?
I think that pretty much covers it. I guess you can probably stay down here with on the adults table, but whatever.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks. That's the Battlefield show.
Yeah, I'm Julia Hardy.
And I'm Freeman.
And if you're in the Los Angeles area, be sure to come and visit us in person at EA Play. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okej, czy coś jeszcze mnie tutaj interesuje? No, FIFA? Nie. Maiden? Nie. The Sims? Zobaczmy jak Simsy wyglądają, bo matko.
The lifeguard, so you can get your tan while you're working.
If you want to spend more time in the water, you can be a dive instructor. There's a lot of different ways to just pick up a job when you want and earn a little bit of money.
Yeah.
So I suppose one of the important things is
going for it.
Played with the idea of where the land
Okay, a little bit earlier. Tu się chyba teaser zaczyna, nie? Aha, i zostawili, a nie, sprzątają razem, dobra. Czyli o to chodziło, tak? Żeby zwrócić uwagę na śmietnik.
I was just waiting for that one. Oh, that was so cool. And look, we're in our own little Isle of Paradise. Can I just say, I didn't know what the reveals were going to be, and I accidentally just wore this. Super weird. And
Tak, super weird, dokładnie. Lepszego nie mam nic. State of E3.
Even though it's abandoned the traditional stage show in favor of a pre-recorded direct, Nintendo remains one of E3's most anticipated presenters. And this
Serio?
year, with Sony's absence from the show, there may be more eyes on Nintendo than ever before. The company is coming off a divisive E3 2018.
No właśnie, ja nie wiem. Ostatnio rozmawiałem o tym z kolegą z pracy i zastanawiałem się nad sensem zakupu konsoli Nintendo Switch i przy wydatku 1300 zł, jaki teraz trzeba poczynić, aby taką konsolkę nabyć tam z jedną grą, to nie wiem, czy to jest gra warta świeczki. Jak ktoś faktycznie dużo podróżuje, nie przeszkadza mu no, jakby słaba jakość gier i mało oryginalnych tytułów, większość dobrych gier na Switcha teraz to porty z tych takich fajnych oryginalnych, można powiedzieć, nintendowych. Mamy Mario Odyssey, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Zelda, którą kupiłem i przeszedłem, nie wiem, tam z godzinę może i leży i czeka, plus jakieś tam Xenoblade, Octopath Traveler, ale Octopath Traveler też jest dostępny na inne platformy. I jeszcze może kilku gierek, to naprawdę nie wiem, no nie wiem, Mario Maker? Serio? No nie dla mnie.
Where it spent well over half its 45-minute presentation on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Fire Emblem Three Houses and Super Mario Party were also announced for Switch, but the company's heavy lean into Smash Bros. Left little else for fans of its other franchises. And while another massive first-party release is on the horizon with Pokemon Sword and Shield, Nintendo's breadth of new game announcements since last June creates the potential for a much more diverse show. But let's start with what won't be shown. Despite multiple reports of Switch hardware revisions, Nintendo president Shuntaro Furukawa told Bloomberg the company has no plans to announce new hardware at E3 2019, setting the stage for a games-focused presentation. And we can't talk Nintendo games in 2019 without the already mentioned Pokemon Sword and Shield. The Gen 8 Pokemon titles already received a dedicated 7-minute direct, but the time seems right for a more in-depth look paired with a release date announcement. Perhaps we'll even see the new starters' evolutions, finally allowing us to cleanse our imaginations of these. Also in Nintendo's catalog are a handful of other highly anticipated 2019 games.
Jejku, jak to słabo wygląda. Zobaczcie sobie to, a to, co prezentowało na przykład, nie wiem, DC Universe jakieś 7 lat temu. No to wygląda bardzo przeciętnie niestety. Tak jak pojawiły się ostatnio plotki o tym, że Wiedźmin ma być portowany na Switcha. Nie wierzę w to.
We'd expect to see more from a number of titles, including Animal Crossing for Switch, Luigi's Mansion 3, the Link's Awakening remake, Super Mario Maker 2, which has a late June release date, Platinum Games' Astral Chain, and Town, the upcoming RPG from Pokemon developer Game Freak. And while Metroid Prime 4 would provide a showstopper moment for Nintendo, its appearance seems pretty unlikely, considering development on the long-awaited sequel was rebooted in January. But don't count Metroid out entirely. Samus could provide that moment for Nintendo as fans continue to wait for confirmation of the long-rumored Switch port of Metroid Prime Trilogy. There's also, of course, more Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC to consider. With several more fighter packs left to debut and Persona 5's Joker already released, E3 would be a great time to highlight the next DLC fighter. Don't be surprised if some time is dedicated to its more unconventional initiatives, like Labo VR and its next mobile game, Mario Kart Tour. But the focus will likely remain on Switch. The Switch is a console headed into the middle years of its life cycle, and with Nintendo looking to regain some of that early momentum, E3 2019 could prove to be one of its most pivotal shows yet.
Dobra, zobaczmy co jeszcze tutaj wyszukało. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order już widzieliśmy na EA Play. O, zwiastun Baldura, no tak. Gdzieś tu są filtry, jest filter, upload date. No nie, no chyba nic więcej jeszcze nie było. Zatem ja dziękuję za towarzystwo podczas oglądania tych nowości od EA. Do zobaczenia być może w przyszłym tygodniu. Miłego niedzielnego popołudnia życzę wszystkim. Do usłyszenia. Cześć.